Hey everyone. Today I want to give you a quick update on my weight loss journey. Today is Thursday, July 24th, and I got on the scale this morning. I was, let me see, 200.6 pounds. So that was a loss from last week of 1.3 pounds. Total weight loss since I started back in February is 34 and a half pounds. Now, the other day I got on the scale and I don't know what the hell happened to it, but it came in at 199. And I said, wow. So I said, no, this can't be right. So I got back on the scale uh, and sure enough, 199. And I have that backup scale that I use for getting my body metrics and things like that. So I got on that one, and sure enough, it brought it down to 199. So I think that was just a glitch in my body for that day. And the next day, I went back up a pound and a half. So it was probably a lot of water weight lost that particular day. What I'm going to talk about is some of the metrics, the biometrics that you can get from using the Sync biometric scale. Last week, I talked about subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. And today I'm going to talk about two important things that your body needs. Your body needs protein and your body needs sufficient water. All right, so let me just quickly go on to the protein. And again, I'm not going to try to do this from memory. I'm going to put this up on my little easel here. Let me pull it closer so I can see what the hell I'm looking at. Uh, and I'm just going to read it. I mean, this information is in one of the tabs on the biometric scale. And every day, well, every time I use it, it updates those biometrics. And I could see the good stuff keep increasing and the bad stuff decreasing. So protein, all right. So this is what I want to talk about. Protein, what is it and how does it affect me? Protein mass is the weight of protein in the body. Protein is a vital part of our nutrition and is essential for muscle maintenance. A lack of protein can be linked to an increase in body fat. There is a link between protein mass and muscle mass. As you get older, you need more protein due to anabolic resistance, which lowers the body's ability to break down and synthesize protein. Ideally, protein should make up 12 to 20% of your daily uh, calorie count. Now, for instance, suppose you're on an 1,800 calories a day, diet, and 20% of that is 360. So 360 calories of that total amount should be in protein. Also, if you don't eat enough protein, your body has a tendency when you're losing weight to go after the muscles. And that's why you have to keep exercising and keeping your muscle mass up because you don't want the protein to attack your muscles. You want it to attack your fat. That's basically what you want your body to do. Now, the advice for the dietary, obvious, keep your current diet and exercise regularly. Now, for exercise, in addition to aerobic activities such as walking, running, cycling, or swimming, do 2 to 3 strength training sessions a week. Make sure you get enough protein after strength training. Protein helps build back what your nutrients in your body, and that's really what you needed to do. Now, strength training. I do strength training. I do the rubber bands, and I've mentioned this several times because I'm not ambulatory enough to stand up or lift weights or any of that stuff. I mean, I can lift some weights if I'm sitting in my chair, a straight back chair, and I use that. And what I do for cycling, for instance, I have a step climber. It's a portable one that's made for going under the desk, but I don't use it for under the desk. It's just too restrictive. So what I've done is I bring it back. I sit in a straight back chair. Now I have carpet in the area where I use the stepper. So what I do is I take a band of some sort. It's got loops on both sides, and I wrap them around the base of the stepper. And then I take the two loops, and there's different size or different locations for the loops. And what I do is I put them underneath the chair so it rides up on the legs. And that, when I put my feet on it, it keeps the step unit from sliding away from me. And if it's too far for me, I could just shorten it up and bring it closer to me. So that works for me. And I try to do that at least 3 to 4 times a week, in addition to the band training. All right, now the next thing I want to talk about is body water. What is body water and how does it affect me? That's the general topic of discussion. Now, I know for a fact, and I've been told by my family doctor and my cardiologist, that I just don't drink enough water. And all the blood tests that I've done have shown that, I just don't, I'm dehydrated to a certain extent. However, with the readings I'm starting to get with the metabolic scale, uh, my water retention or my water intake is getting better. So I am improving. I'm trying to drink more water every day. And it's not necessarily water, it's all liquids. I don't think decaf coffee counts, though, but every other liquid counts. Now, your body water is contained in your tissues, your blood, and your bones. Each day, humans must consume a certain amount of water to survive. This varies according to age, gender, and location. Now, I know if I don't get enough water in my system, I start getting a severe headache right up in this area right here. And I start feeling a little bit woozy, for lack of a better term. And as soon as I drink some water, those symptoms go away. But I don't really want to get to that point. So, again, I've been drinking more liquids and trying to maintain my water percentage. Generally, an adult needs about 3 liters, 3.2 quarts per day, while an adult female needs about 2.2 liters or 2.3 quarts per day. This water does not need to only come from drinking liquids, as some of the water is contained in the foods that we eat. Water is essential to every bodily function. For example, water is the building block of new cells and is the key nutrient for every cell's survival. Metabolizes and transports proteins and carbohydrates from the food you eat to nourish your body. It also helps the body flush waste, mainly through urine. That I know for 100% fact. I have a tendency to retain water, so my cardiologist wants me to always keep on hand furosemide, which is Lasix. And once you take Lasix, and he told me to take one pill as necessary, but one pill a day usually does it for me. So instead of going to the bathroom every half hour, when I take the furosemide, I'm there every 10 to 15 minutes, and it's aggravating. But you need to do that to keep your body flushed out. Helps maintain a healthy body temperature through sweat and perspiration when the temperature rises. It's part of the shock absorber system in the spine. It protects sensitive tissue. It's the main ingredient in saliva, and it helps keep joints lubricated. Here's some advice for the dietary as recommended by the little informational section of the scale that I was talking to you about. Drinking 6 to 8 cups of water every day to stay hydrated. Advice for exercise. Try to avoid workout in hot or overly humid environments. Avoid overexposure to the sun while working out and drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. That's really all I have for you today. Again, this is John, and thanks for listening to my channel, In John's Universe. If you've already subscribed, I do appreciate you being here. If you haven't subscribed and you find some of my videos helpful, please subscribe to the channel. Like what you see, there's a little thumbs up arrow somewhere down. I think it's down this side. Maybe I'll get this side right in the near future. Plus, there's a little bell, and it's down on this side. If you hit that little bell. You'll be notified whenever I put up a new video. And what I'm going to plan on doing in the future regarding my weight loss, I'm committed to doing my weight loss until I guess the end, when I decide I'm going to stop and I'm going to say, hey, this is it. I want to stay at this weight. And maybe I'll update it once a month from that point on to let you know how I'm maintaining it and what I need to do and so forth and so on. But so far, over the last two videos, I've talked about two essential components of your biometrics that you should be concerned with. Today was water percentage and proteins, and last week was subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. So I'm going to do two more a week to include in these videos. And let me see, that's 4. So I have 10 more. So that's basically 5 more weeks that I'm going to be doing an explanation of each individual biometric. Now, before I leave you, again, I appreciate you leaving comments, good, bad, or indifferent. I've gotten some indifferent comments lately, some rude comments, some comments that I think are not necessary. So instead of going tit for tat with that person, I just block them from the channel, and I hide the comments. I don't need that aggravation. I'm too old to be putting up with going back and forth with some of these people that sit behind a computer all day and they have no life whatsoever. And they think it's cool to get online and be a troll and get onto everybody else's channel and leave rude comments or comments that are kind of derogatory. Now, I mentioned before, I'm going to respect the integrity of this channel, and I'm going to respect the people who have subscribed to the channel and look to me for future videos. So I'm not going to subject them to some of these comments, and that's why I'm blocking people. So if you have any problems with that, tough. Just don't listen, don't subscribe, don't come back. I don't care. It doesn't matter one way or the other. All right. Well, thanks again. I appreciate it. And everybody have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.